COVID-19 just accelerating trends that we already saw, a push to e-commerce, the challenge of bricks and mortar. Interesting that even with J.Crew, they're saying we're still open for business online.
Yeah, Julia, they're making the point this is a Chapter 11 filing, not a Chapter 7 liquidation.
Right.
They hope that they can emerge from this stronger, better prepared for the future. But of course, that future is very uncertain. But as you point out, this is not just a COVID-19 related bankruptcy filing. This company was struggling well before this happened. Accelerating trends is exactly the right phrase to use. It's exposed these companies that came into this struggling with consumer tastes changing, struggling with the shift to e-commerce, and in particular in the case of J.Crew, struggling with debt. They were the result of a leveraged buyout in 2011. That saddled them with a lot of debt, about 1.7 billion as of this year. And this is what really was the nail in the coffin. The bankruptcy will allow them, they say, to deleverage their balance sheet and continue operating. But the sad thing about this was that they had started to see the fruit of a many-year-long turnaround plan. Their earnings in 2019 were a little better, or perhaps I should say not as bad as their earnings in 2018. They have a stronger brand called Madewell, which they were hoping to spin off an IPO. That is now off the table. So this is, it's sort of a sad turn of events for a brand that was made famous, that had a heyday. You'll remember when Michelle Obama started wearing their styles. But as I said, it has struggled in recent years.
I can't help but feel like it's the first domino among many, Claire. And to your exact point about what type of bankruptcy this is, by the time a company gets to bankruptcy, a lot of the negotiations, the money for the future and the plans for restructuring are already organized. And there's a number of names in this space that are also being touched by rumor, let's say that.
Yeah, for sure. Some of the names that are out there, Julia, Neiman Marcus, J.C. Again, companies that were struggling with this shift in consumer behavior before this, big department stores that really struggled to sort of define themselves in the age of Amazon, to shift to e-commerce, and frankly are also saddled with large amounts of debt that they have to service, as well as paying for their operations. So that's what people are really watching. And there's also the market share issue, Julia. I spoke to one analyst recently who said when governors closed down non-essential business, they really handed the likes of Amazon and Walmart and Target another huge slice of market share. And there's no real guarantee that when things go back to normal, that will go back to the likes of J.C. and Neiman Marcus. I think consumer behavior in some ways will be changed forever through this.